Yeah. One West. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy, for have it. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have it. 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want fi see na fi we on. You know give we food fi win yam. And when the youth use brilliance, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man pillion. The bad boy, true me say don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. The ghetto youth them a fuck up the road and tough up the code dust. No go below. See double 9 man a shuffle the board. And if you no know then you no fi know. Matic in a waist we no go lucky mode. This one West boy get up the load. Who no know when me no shoes and me no food and no clothes. We no do the posing, we no export. Us a wait for the right time for we explode. Hustle man a hustle charge you we make do and we can't wait for the next show. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. Come and tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want fi see na fi we on. You know give we food fi win yam. And when the youth get original, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man criminal. In killer them a search for them heaven on earth. Man a fi a fight with the devil from birth. Poverty a time for your Lego man shirt. Your man a fi stay blessed all when the land curse. All when the land curse. I know the GLE them want see we in a one earth. The bad boy, true me said don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky when some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. Yeah. One West. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and a dig it in a road and a live no life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Me stress. Me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to that girl the inna the beach dress. The body a roller, she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Like we a pour the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5 I know you a get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we a pour kulu rump on NSC with Campari. That is it. Move to that girl, let the body tick. What is it? You know see me a talk loud the politics. Watch it twist. No one see no chick flick, no matic click. No negative energy, a positive. One West I keep the peace and no magic trick. We a dance till the night gone. We a groove, we a vibe. And no care, no fear right off. Make it home with your life. Me say, me no want see you leave yet. Me no want see you depressed. We a party for de-stress. We work hard in a life. Hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and I mash up the road and nah live no life. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to the girl inna the peach dress. The body a roll a she a the neatest. She nah no man so that a the weakness. So me the inna it here that a no real test. Nah.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're...
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yoshai Brakatham to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Alatham Hashem Yoshai to all the sisters. I'm Priest of 500 Barak Yalla with the I.S.U.P.K, which stands for the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander YAHANNA. Salakia, you understand, since 1969, we've been teaching that so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the real biblical Jews of antiquity. You understand their true culture, their identity, their language, and how to fix all the issues that is plaguing our communities throughout the reservations, the ghettos, the favelas, the barrios. You understand? And again, just like every Thursday evening, we have the Brotherhood class, where not only we learn how to love each other, how to treat one another, who to love, who to hate, because as the Bible says, there's a time to love and there's a time to hate, you know. And today's topic is that whatever our people is going through, you know, whether it's on a tribal basis, on the basis of a nation, or on an individual basis, you are not alone. Whatever our people is going through, you understand? It is important to understand that we're not alone. Why? Because that feeling that, you know, when you're going through something and then you feel like there's nobody to help, that that the world is against you, that you don't have a helping hand, for lack of better words, or whatnot, that feeling could bring up demons, where you resort to doing anything to be able to get yourself out of whatever situation you're facing right now. You understand? And in I.S.U.P.K, you're going to hear us a lot of times say brotherhood is a weapon. Salakia. You know, but brotherhood is a weapon to fight that feeling, to fight those demons. You're going to need brotherhood and sisterhood, which is synonymous to brotherhood. We're going to have to rely on each other because we are the only thing that we got, especially in these perilous times that we're in. If you're not in the truth, it's time for you to come to these classes. Listen, I am not paid. Nobody in the school is paid to teach these classes online every day. We're not paid to do that. You know, I'm not getting any dividends or whatnot, right? I could be doing something else. I just got off my slavery, which is what people call a job or work. I could be cooking, taking a nap, playing video games. We're here damn near every day to teach our people the truth. The truth today is that you are not alone, that you have brothers you can rely on. You have sisters you can rely on. You know, if you're a woman that is not married, you have your camp leader. If you're married, you have your husband. There's not one reason for you to ever give up a fight. Brotherhood is there so that you don't give up the fight. You know, and even not just spiritually, but even physically, the Lord fights for us. And throughout the Bible, we see that we have never been alone. The Most High even, as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you an example. We're going to go into Exodus real quick, chapter 4. The Most High told Moses to rely on his brother. The Moses was looking for any excuse to say, yo, I can't do the work. People are not going to believe me. I can't speak well. Well, listen, sometimes I have the same problem as Moses. I can't speak well. I can't find the proper words or whatnot. Guess what? The Most High told Moses, listen, Aaron is going to speak for you. Just tell him what to say. He's going to say it. The Most High told Moses, rely on your brother. You understand? We have nothing but each other in these perilous times that we're in right now. Brotherhood is going to be the most important thing for us. It don't matter. You can have all the money in the world. Listen, Solomon had 1,000 wives. You can have 1,000 wives right now. It don't matter. You know, it don't. You can have the best. You could be working in a political office. I don't give a damn. You're probably not slaving. You're probably the crypto king, the crypto queen. If you have no brotherhood, you have nothing. Brotherhood is more than just a weapon. Brotherhood is our weapon. It's our currency. It's a shield. You understand? Brotherhood is basically embedded in Israelite DNA. It's our culture. You understand? Let me show you real quick where the Most High told Moses, you gotta listen, don't make excuses for whatever you have to do. You have Aaron, he's your brother. Use him. Everybody's being used. The problem people are being used is when they're being misused, right? The Most High say, yeah, you're gonna use Aaron. You don't make excuses for not being able to free the people. But listen, I'm gonna turn the stick into a snake and make you part the seas or whatever the case is. You're complaining about you can't speak. Yeah, I'm the one who make people speak. Listen, I made men with 2 ears, a mouth, vocal cords. You're talking about you can't speak. You know who you're talking to? The Most High checked Moses like, yo, my nigga, wake up. Salakia. I'm gonna be too long-winded. Let's go to Exodus real quick. Chapter 4. Right? There's no excuse for you to not be able to fight. You call your brothers, call your camp leaders. It's one phone call away. There's 1,000 brothers you could call. One phone call away. You understand? Let me go to let me start at verse 10, right? Y'all could go all the way up to the chapter if y'all feel like it. Chapter 4. Share my screen. Start at verse 10. Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. It says, and Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent. Moses was given the task to deliver the people from Egypt at the time we were slaves under Pharaoh, right? Moses was giving all excuses to the Most High. Yo, listen, people are not going to listen to me. Like, what do you mean? I'm being sent by God to deliver you from your captivity. You're not going to believe me. The Lord said, Moses, here's a stick. I'm going to turn into a snake. They're going to see the power is of the Lord. No man can do what I'm going to have you do. You understand? Moses said, I bet. Then he said, well, I mean, you see that, Salakia, I'm not good at speaking. I am not eloquent. Meaning, you know, for lack of better words, you could say he's not the best speaker, right? That's really it. He said, I can't do the work. I can't speak properly. Let's keep reading. Neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. One said, I can't do the work because I can't speak properly. I have a speech impediment. I can't find the words, you know, regardless if I showed him a stick turning into a snake, or I could make rain frogs and whatever the case is. I can't do the work because I can't speak. They're not going to listen. They might see a miracle. Oh, a snake, a stick turned into a snake, but damn, they're not going to listen to me because I'm slow of speech, because I stutter, you know, or because, whatever speech impediment, he's slow of speech and he's of a slow tongue. So he's telling the Lord, I can't do the work. Keep reading. Verse 11. And the Lord said unto him, who hath made man's mouth? Moses is checking Moses like, yo, do you know who you're talking to? Talk about you have a speech impediment. Do you know who you're talking to? He said, who made man's mouth? Like, how are you able to speak right now? How is anyone able to speak? Or who maketh the dumb or the deaf or the seeing or the blind? Who's making all these things? Moses said basically to Moses, who is the creator? Who is able to make the blind see? The people deaf? Or for someone to gain or lose their eyesight? Who's able to do such things? Have not I the Lord? He said, am I not the one in control? Don't I run the show? Talking about you can't speak. Why are you giving me excuses? You could have, like, at best, you could have asked for the ability to be a better speaker, but you're giving excuses. You can't do the work because you can't speak. The Lord said, Moses, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know who you're talking to. Verse 12. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth. Moses, the Lord said, I will be with you. The Lord said to Moses, you are not alone. The Lord said to Moses, I got you. Listen, when the Lord is with you, there is nothing that you cannot accomplish. Regardless of what you're going through. Listen, and really, we don't have no excuses because Moses was given the task to free the people from captivity, from a horrible, violent, filthy, nasty African nation. Listen, they were doing some horrific stuff to us in Egypt. Imagine one man tasked to go against a whole empire to say, listen, let my people go. Who sent you? God. Where's the proof? Imagine the stress on Moses' shoulders. And what, you can't handle what? I don't know, what are people going through? You know, listen, everything we go through, not to make light of any brother's situation or sister's situation, right? But there's nothing that we're going through today that nobody went through before. And some people might have seen worse days than you're seeing right now. Like Moses. You know, imagine you're stressing, for example, a lot of people are stressing doing a presentation at school or at work. Moses had to present himself in front of his slave master, like, yeah, let my people go. Who sent you? God. God sent you. Imagine doing what Moses did today. You go to Donald Trump, you're from the hood, you know, you go to Donald Trump and be like, hey, listen, stop deporting Hispanics. Why? Because I told you so. And who sent you? God. Imagine having a conversation face to face with Donald Trump or Vladimir Putin or whatever world leader today. And you're stuttering. You know, that's what Moses was going through. Moses had to go to Pharaoh himself, like, yeah, you're gonna have to let my people go. And Moses told Moses, listen, you're not alone. I got you. See, he said, now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. Moses did not know what to say. The Most High gave Moses everything he needed. You understand? Let's keep reading. Verse 13. Salakia. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him wilt thou send. Verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, because Moses was like, no, he's giving excuses like, yo, listen, I am not the one. I can't speak. You understand? I can't do the work. Moses is just giving excuses after excuses. The Most High checked Moses again, like, hey, yo, listen. Isn't Aaron your brother? Aaron the Levite, isn't he your brother? The Most High told Moses, you're not alone, whether it's physically or spiritually. The Most High is backing up Moses, and he said, rely on your brother. The Most High told Moses, brotherhood is a weapon. That's what he said. Exodus 4:14 said, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. Salakia. The Most High told Moses, brotherhood is a weapon. Not only I am with you, I mean, the Lord is with Moses. Then again, you're making excuses. You can't speak and you have a speech impediment, you're slow of speech or whatever. Aaron is your brother. He could speak. I tell you what to say, you tell him what to say. And that's that. Now go ahead and go through my people. You understand? Understand this. In the times that we're in right now, brotherhood is going to be crucial to have. Again, when I say brotherhood, I mean sisterhood as well. It's synonymous with each other. You know, whether it's sisters of different households, whether it's sisters that are sharing a man, because ain't nothing wrong with sharing your man. You understand? At all. But it's going to be crucial to have brotherhood in the times that we're in right now. It's going to be important for our people to know, as individuals, as different tribes, they are not alone. We stand together. We stand with the Latinos. We stand with the so-called Native Americans. As a Benjamite, so-called West Indian, we stand with our so-called Black American brothers. In fact, I despise these terms because really it sounds like we're a different people when we're the same. They're just a different tribe of one nation. In Jamaica, you know, it's like, real quick, in Jamaica, they like to say, out of many, one people, just to show the multiculturalism in Jamaica. You know, you have the so-called Chinese Jamaicans, they call it the Afro-Jamaicans, which is our brothers, right? The Indo-Jamaicans, which is the Coolie people of East India. You know, you have the Arabs, like Syrians or whatnot. Really, it should be out of 12 tribes, one nation. That's what it should be. Because we're the nation of Israel, we're 12 tribes of the same people. Whether it's different hair texture, different hue, as far as skin complexion, it don't matter. We're the same people. It's not complicated to understand. You know, a lot of people are trying to lump us in with like Africans, right? The dark people with the darkest skin tone as far as a tribe, try to lump us in with the Africans. And then tell us we're crazy to say we're not Africans when we have the similar skin tone and physical features. That's dumb as hell. Now I'm gonna show you how it's dumb as hell. There's no argument that Iranis from Iran and Arabs are not the same people. Regardless of skin complexion and hair texture, they know they're not the same. Nobody's arguing that they're the same. But then it's a problem when we say we're not Africans. That's dumb as hell. It's only a problem because really nobody wants you to identify which your true identity, which is you being an Israelite of whatever tribe you're from. If you're Cuban, you're Manasseh. Puerto Rican, you're Ephraim. So-called Black American, you're Judah, so on and so forth, right? But all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We're not Africans. Our brothers are all the so-called descendant of Negroes and indigenous slaves in the Americas and the Caribbean. That's our brothers and sisters. That's one family. And if it wasn't for the transatlantic slave trade, you would not identify with a skin color at all. Everybody knew that you are the seed of your father until the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? And who put that propaganda in place? The goddamn devil. The Bible speaks of our oppressor. That's it. Now let's get back to it, right? Exodus 4:14, not only the Lord that told Moses, listen, stop making excuses because I got you. He's still making excuses. He said, rely on your brother. The Lord told Moses, brotherhood is a weapon. You can't speak. Well, I'm going to tell you what to say. In regards to your speech impediment, you have your brother Aaron, the Levite. You tell him what to say, and he'll relay the message. You are not alone. The Most High always told the nation that we're not alone. He said, if you listen to me, I got you. I will fight your fights. I'll be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. That's what the Most High told us. He always let us know we're not alone. Even as individuals, Moses was told that he's not alone, that he has a brother, a physical brother he could rely on. Good night. Christ had 12 disciples. Think Christ did the work alone? He did a lot of miracles, but he used his brothers. Christ told the brothers, go ahead and go teach the people. That's what Christ did. You don't understand, how can I say it? Not the gravity, but damn, I forgot what's the word. You don't understand the impact, for lack of better words, that brotherhood has on us. You really don't. In no other nation, even no nation really has brotherhood. Listen, the Arabs fight amongst each other. I mean, they have brotherhood to a certain extent, but they don't get along at some point. There's like 3 different sects of Muslims. The Shia, the Sunni, and I think there's like a third one in Iran or Saudi Arabia. And yeah, it's Saudi Arabia, I think, right? They will have brotherhood to a certain extent where they're not going to see eye to eye. Caucasian people, the same. That's why the French had to fight the British. That's why all Caucasians despise the so-called, every Caucasian that is Jewish, and they deem them not white when they're the same people. We're the only nation who has true brotherhood. Moses went to save the whole nation. Christ died for the whole nation. Listen, we made a class about the first Bashman dancehall party. The tribe of Benjamin was damn near eradicated. Brotherhood saved the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? Let's keep reading. Exodus chapter 4, verse 15. And thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth. The Most High told Moses, listen, I tell you what to say, you tell Aaron what to say. And that's how it's going to happen. And I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. I'll give you the instruction, you just relay the message. And that's really it. You don't have to worry about your speech impediment. You don't have to worry about the people not believing what they see. You don't have to worry about who is the messenger, because I am the messenger. I give you the message. You just relay the message. But I am the sender of the message. You understand? That's it. Whatever I say, you go tell the people. That's it. You relay the message. But let them know it comes from me. And just like you let them know it comes from me, you tell Aaron to do the same. That this is what Moses said. This is what Moses said, the Most High said. You understand? That's it. Brotherhood is a weapon, and with brotherhood, that's how we were free from Egypt. Moses was gonna like, nah, listen, Salah, I can't do the work. I don't know how to speak. Most I say, you ain't got no excuses. You gotta, not only am I with you, but you got a brother to rely on. You understand? Hey, Shalom says, Yahweh Shema Latha Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's what the Most High said. And these days that we're in, we're gonna see how crucial is brotherhood is going to be needed. Matter of fact, real quick, right? Sidebar, let's go to Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17 says this. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born in adversity. What is adversity? Look at the beginning of the verb, Salakia. The word, adversity, adverse. What does it sound like? Adversary, something that goes against you. You understand? This brotherhood is going to be needed because everything is against us, spiritually and physically. Whether it's the civil war, the race war, the world war, the spiritual warfare, the spiritual attacks on us when it comes to, you know, the rainbow propaganda that is being pushed on our children, feminizing the black men, prostituting the black woman. And when I mean black, I mean blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? There's a whole narrative that say, well, the Native American women had multiple husbands. Some sisters in slavery, some blacks and Latinos in slavery had multiple husbands. You know, they were living a matriarchal society, and they're polyandrous, which is what it means to have multiple husbands. That's a lie. That's a lie. Listen, when it comes down to it, right, the only reason women were ruling is because they were killing off the men. There were no men around. It's not that the women were ruling or in rulership. The men were gone, enslaved, and killed. That's the real story. Now, as far as a woman having multiple men, listen, her husband died. She's gonna get another one, and that's the true story. Not the propaganda they push about women having multiple husbands and being the head of the household. That was not by nature. The men died and were enslaved. You understand? That's the truth. And there's no such thing as being two-spirited. What is this two-spirit? They're trying to push that rainbow mentality on all the so-called Native American Indian tribes, talking about you have two spirits. You really never had. You know, when you look at the history, real quick sidebar, when you look at history, it was a lot of things that were frowned upon throughout North, Central, and South America and the Caribbean. It's based off the commandments. Homosexuality was frowned upon. Adultery was frowned upon. It was punishable by death. You understand? Y'all can look this up. Y'all can look it up. We might have to do a whole history class on that. But really, brotherhood is going to be needed. Brotherhood is a weapon and a shield that we need, because in these times that we're in, everything is against us. Again, physically and spiritually. And these brothers that you will find in your time of adversity, these sisters as well that you will find in your time of adversity, are in the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. This is where these brothers are born and raised. In the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge under commanding General YAHANNA, and nowhere else. Not in your gangs, not in your so-called Black Panther parties, or whatever movement, especially not in Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, I think the leader, isn't the leader like a white woman? I don't know. I'm not an expert. I just know that there's no brotherhood outside the I.S.U.P.K. That's what I know. And it's a fact. You understand? Let's go back to Exodus, Salakia. Go to verse 16. Exodus chapter 4, verse 16. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people. Most High again told Moses, you have no excuses. You can't speak. Well, not only do you got me, I'm God. And then you got Aaron. Aaron will speak for you, just like you will speak on my behalf. He will speak on your behalf with no speech impediment. That's what God said. God said, Aaron is going to say everything that I tell you to say. You tell him. Let's keep reading. And he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. You understand? What does that mean? Again, the Most High said, just like you will use him to speak, I will use you to speak. Why? Because God is not talking directly to Aaron, talking to Moses. You know, Moses is talking to Aaron and he's telling what to say to the people. the whole time. What's the point in that? Again, the point in that is that you're not alone. Regardless of what you're facing, you call your camp leader. Sometimes the solution is even more simple than what you think it is. You know, it's really more simple. You need to identify what's the problem instead of panicking. Panicking does what? Stressing does what? Nothing. Probably makes you grow gray hair. Not, you know, no slight on my brothers and sisters that have gray hair. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But stressing does nothing. You don't grow taller when you stress. You don't lose weight or gain weight. I don't know what's the situation when you stress. You know, you're stressing about money. You're gonna make more money. You're gonna have to spend it right away. Imagine that. You're stressing about you broke. You need to make all that money. By the time you make all the money you think you needed, you have more bills to pay. And all the money you made is gone already. You're still stressed to make more money. What's the point of stressing? Call a brother. You understand? Call your company. She said, talk to your husband. You're probably going through something that really a lot of y'all, especially, you know, sisters, you just want to be listened to. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're going to be stressing for probably something insignificant. Your husband will tell you, babes, it's all right. I got you. And that's all you needed. You know. And that's it. Just a lot of y'all knowing that you have someone that's right next to you, you have a helping hand, and it's like, damn, you made out of the darkness. You made it out the darkness just knowing there's a light. There's a helping hand. You made it out, you made it out the quicksand. Just knowing it's a helping hand, you did not give up. Well, guess what? The Most High is always here for us too. Matter of fact, the Most High is here for you, and you think there's nobody physically to help you, the Most High will send you a brother. The Most High will send you a brother. The Most High will send you a wife or wives. If you're single, the Most High will send you a husband. But just know you're not alone, whatever you're going through. You know what's the most important thing to do? Is to keep the commandments. That's the most important thing to do. What is it? Is it Psalms and Proverbs 18 and 21, 31? The Most High is a buckler to those that believe in him, to those that trust in him. What is a buckler? A buckler is a shield. You see the movie 300? They have the shields on their forearm like this. That's what a buckler is. A buckler is a shield. You understand? And be ready. And be patient too. Don't start stressing about, yo, listen, I gotta make money, and you do all sorts of stupidness. Really. Right? Especially coming into the truth. Imagine falling out the truth because, like, damn, I need money, and you go back to selling drugs. Listen, it has never been a time to be a criminal, but it's a horrible time right now to be incarcerated. You know, they're about to send all you felons on the battlefield. Damn, Canada, the potential new prime minister said he wants to put back the consecutive sentences. For those who don't know, in Canada, ever since like what, 2022, if you do life, you do 25 years, not more. You can't have consecutive sentences. He said, nah, I'm gonna bring that shit back. So like, I'm gonna bring that back. If I give you one life sentence and you get multiple, yeah, you doing the 50 years, you doing the 75 years. That's what he said. And if not, yeah, y'all be sent to the battlefield. Matter of fact, let's get Ecclesiasticus real quick, right? Ecclesiasticus, was it chapter 2? Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Let's go to verse 1. Yeah, let's start at verse 1. Just know that, so like it, in your times where you feel like you're in a bad position, in a bad spot, listen, Satan is going to be right around the corner, tempting you. Like, yeah, go commit fraud, scams. You know, you've been waiting so long for a rib. All you have is heathens around you that will give it up just like that. They say, yeah, just go do it. See, the kid is going to be an Israelite regardless. You know, go just do it. You understand? There's always going to be that voice in your head to do something stupid. You probably just have to wait. You understand? Also is going to grab, what is it again? Job. Is Job chapter 2. And when Job told his wife, yo, shut up, shut up. When she told him, yeah, curse the Lord. He said, shut your mouth. Look at Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Get ready to be tempted. You know. Listen, coming off of weed, a lot of y'all it's not easy for a lot of y'all coming off of whatever substance you use. And it's really hard to break a bad habit. It's really hard, but it's not easy to start a bad habit or any bad habit. You understand? Just know that you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted. You're going to get that phone call, say, yo, I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's chill. You're like, all right. Now that person that called you to chill, your brother, some homie from high school, whatever the case is, they're going to smoke around you. That smell, I'm like, ooh, damn. I didn't smell that in a long time. Like, yo, you want to hit? You're like, nah, I ain't smoke no more. I changed my life around. You know? I'm a new person. I'm a new creature, like it says in the New Testament, right? There's a demon in your head. He's gonna be like, yeah, no, just go ahead. One hit will not kill you. That's that demon in your head. Prepare yourself for all sorts of temptation. You know, you stop committing crime or whatnot, right? But then you can't find a job, and then you're tempted. Why? Someone is sleeping on the bench. The wallet is coming out of their pockets. You might see a few bills coming out of that wallet. Be like, hey, yo, I'm broke right now. I can't find a job. Yo, it's just a $20 bill. It might be $5 just for now. Don't do it. Trust me, listen, you're going to be tempted in many ways. You got to be prepared for that. Prepared to be tempted in all types of ways. No matter what life you used to live. It don't matter what demon you used to have. Tempted by money, by, I don't know. Listen, you're starving. You're like, damn. Listen, the Muslims, they starve and they allowed to eat pork. That's in the Quran. You starve to death, and all you see is a piece of bacon, pork rind, or anything unlawful. Don't eat it. Starve. The Most High will provide for you. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But anything you're facing, listen, especially when you're downtrodden, especially when you're at your lowest, you're gonna have all sorts of temptation. Be ready to fight at all times. And if you have an issue winning the fight, you never give up. You know what you do? You rely on your brothers, just like God told Moses. Moses is going to be with you regardless, as long as you obey the commandments. He's always with you when you obey him. And he might provide a brother. Bro, you don't even know. As opposed to you calling, you might get the random phone call from a brother and be like, well, damn, that's the only thing I needed. Like, Shalom, Yabashan Shabrakta. Most High in Christ. Are you on your way? Going to the gym? Or you need someone to teach class, you need someone to read for you? or you're just kicking it, Most High in Christ. And that's all you needed. That's it. You're going to have to be willing to fight. You understand? Maybe verse 2. Black Ghost says, Shalom, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yashai Brakatah. What's going on, Ak? Any questions or comments, of course, put it in the chat. We're live on I.S.U.P.K Montreal, Toronto, I.T.UPK La Pura Neta on Facebook and YouTube. Click on the sign in and sign out links in the chat if you want to be in the school, do your 90 days and get all the benefits from being in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You understand? If y'all want to contact us directly, also you can scan the QR code at the top right of the screen. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 2. Set thy heart aright. It's not talking about your physical heart pumping blood. It's talking about your spirit, your mind. Set your mind aright. Prepare yourself mentally to fight. Prepare yourself mentally. You stop, listen, especially if you're from the hood, you stop smoking the moment you go outside. Listen, where I live in Canada legalized weed in what, 2018, 2017? It really didn't change anything in my neighborhood. People were smoking outside all day long, all night long, for like 24/7. The moment that you step out of my place, on my street, good night, it smells like a marijuana field. You know, just to put it in perspective. Listen, prepare yourself mentally for all sorts of, prepare yourself mentally for a fight. Just like you prepare fighters to get in the ring or in the cage mentally, you know, for the weigh-in. When they go in the mirror, they prepare themselves mentally for the fight. You prepare yourself mentally for these fights as well. Because listen, a physical fight is easier than a spiritual one. I guarantee you that. You just need to know how to fight physically. You could just train in the gym or in a boxing gym, whatnot. A demon is on a whole other level. You know, you got to prepare yourself mentally. Don't get me wrong. The physical aspect could help you as well, fight those demons. Because all you have to do is what? You feel like smoking, just do some push-ups. Just do 10. Do 10 more. And then 10 more. 10 more. It's getting boring, no sweat. Do some sit-ups. Go run. But don't give up the fight. Don't let the demons win. Again, you're not alone. One phone call, you call a camp leader. You know, that's it. Let's keep reading. Constantly endure. Why? Because the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war. We have to constantly endure. Ain't no quitting. Ain't no losing the fight. You win no matter what. There's no excuses. And make not haste in time of trouble. This is exactly what we were talking about a minute ago. Don't be quick to just act because you're stressing the hell out. Don't be quick to do that. You probably need to sit down and think for 1 second. The best thing to do is call for counsel. Call your husband. Call your camp leader. Call a brother. Good night. You might just need a nap. Good night. You understand? Salakia. Just know that whatever you're facing, you're not alone. You know? Whatever you're facing, you're not alone. Just remember that. Because you're going to isolate yourself and then you're going to be at the mercy of all the demons. You're going to isolate yourself and then you're going to realize, you're going to think to yourself, I am alone. I need to act before it's too late. You needing to act is going to be the worst thing possible because you can't even think straight. You can't. You might have some people right by you that is telling you, oh, listen, just chill out for a second. You're like, no, I can't chill out. I can't chill out. I'm too stressed. Well, goddamn. You're going to make a horrible mistake. You know, pace yourself. The best thing to do is to rely on brotherhood, to rely on sisterhood. You understand? Get your mind right and always keep fighting. Constantly endure. Constantly is something that never ends. That's why it's called constantly. It's constant. You know, make not haste. Don't be too quick to act just because you're stressed. You understand? Let's keep reading. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away. Means you got to stay with the Lord. You can't just start stressing and be like, yo, listen, I feel alone. I don't even feel like God is with me, really. You know, so what you going to do? You go sleep with a heathen because no sister wants to have a kid with you? The Most High will give you a child. The Most High will give you a child. What are you talking about? The Most High will find you 10 sisters. Imagine that. What's her name again? Sarah. Was it Sarah? Yeah, Sarah couldn't have kids. She got a kid at what? 90, 99 years old? She got the kid during her menopause. And at a time where women really today can't have kids, she had a youth, Isaac. She lashed like, nah, impossible. Yeah, listen, the Most High will do miracles for you. You just got to believe in him. You just got to follow him. That's all you got to do. And never let go. And you will make it out of that darkness. The Most High probably send you a helping hand physically, a brother or a sister. You know, never let go of the brotherhood. Never let go of the Most High. That thou mayest be increased at that last end. Instead of falling apart, you will make it out the darkness at last. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon you, take thee cheerfully. Smile at adversity. That's what it's telling you. It's like, y'all give me 1 second, Baba Kusha. So lock it real quick. Again, we're in Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 4, where it says you need to smile at adversity. You know, it's like imagine going in a fight. You ask for the next opponent, like, damn, listen. You know, where's the next one? Where's the next challenge? Is that it? You wanna face a demon like, yo, have you, okay, how can I put it? There's a show called Afro Samurai, right? In the show Afro Samurai, the #1 headband is always challenged. As a matter of fact, the #2 headband is always challenged by everyone. Just waiting for the next challenge. The #1 headband is waiting for the #2. You know, you want to look at it on both perspectives, where you're just looking for the next challenge, that you are undefeated. You're undefeated, and you're just waiting for the next demon to come. Be like, yo, listen, who's next? Make it so that demons run away from you. That's how you want to be. You want to smile at adversity and be like, yeah. Who's next? I want some more. The fight. It's constant. You endure forever. To the point where, you know what? Make demons afraid of you. Make demons avoid you. Make adversity avoid you. That's how you want to be. That's how you set your mind all right. You know how you set your mind all right? You make adversity avoid you. You make the demons avoid you. Listen, let's read it again. Ecclesiasticus 2:4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take thee cheerfully. You don't sweat it. If at the moment you lose a job and you stress like, damn, this is my life is ruined. The demon's gonna be like, nah, your life is not ruined. You can just go back on the block and sell some weed. You know, as opposed to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just find another slavery. There's a 1,000 slaveries doing whatever. You know, don't stress. Your life is not over because you lose slavery. Your life is not over because, oh no, you get evicted. If you rely on Brotherhood, you wouldn't have to worry about being evicted. You call a brother like, hey, listen, I got evicted. Let me crash over. You know, and be patient with thou art changed to a low estate. What did we read earlier? Don't haste. Don't be too quick on your feet. Sometimes you have to be grounded. You're too quick and you slip up. You bust yourself. You know, how you be grounded? You be grounded by standing firm with the Most High, by following the laws, statutes, and commandments. It's shaky a bit. Well, you rely on Brotherhood. You lean on your brothers. Brotherhood is the law. For those who didn't know, we have to love one another the same way we love ourselves. You understand? Let's keep reading until what? Till verse 6. And let's go to Job to show you. Listen, someone tells you, yo, curse the Most High. He's not helping you while you are waiting for him to help. We're going to see that in a second, right? Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire. What does that mean? Gold is tried in the fire. To those tuning in, what does that mean? Gold is tried in the fire. Matter of fact, where is it? Y'all might not be able to see it. Let me see. That's my smallest chain, but I think that's my only gold chain. Right? Some gold from is it from Suriname? I don't know. Listen, gold from the islands or from South America, right? How do you make these gold pieces of jewelry? Right? How do you get these? The same gold that you would buy, probably, I don't know, in a jewelry store or whatever the case is. Right? How do you make these? Salakia. You have to understand, before you make these, have you ever seen the process of making a jewel? Where they melt the gold, they put it in fire on a hot temperature. Why? To remove all impurities. That's how. Because gold, when you find gold out, let's say in a cave or in a mine, whatever the case is, this is not pure gold. It's mixed in with other metals. Yes, they could be mixed in with, I don't know, lead, or what is gold mixed with? Who knows? Y'all have to look this up, right? For time's sake. Gold is not pure gold when you find it first in a mine or wherever, right? That's why you have to burn the gold. You have to melt it, because by melting the gold, other metals have different melting points where you're going to get rid of them to the point where you're going to be able to get pure gold to make, you know, a chain or piece of jewelry, rings, earrings, or whatnot. So in order for the gold to be perfected, it has to be melted. It has to be put through extreme temperatures, extreme conditions. The same way gold is perfected through extreme conditions, you are as well. And it's take a minute. How? Because it doesn't take, it's not in a snap of a finger you're going to make perfect gold. It takes a minute. That's why I said you have to be patient. Don't make haste in your time of trouble. You have to be patient. Just like when you make a gold, just like my chain that I have is made. It's not in a snap of a finger the gold was melted. It had to be melted to remove all the impurities. It took a minute to remove all the impurities. It had to be put through extreme temperature, just like you have to be put through extreme conditions to be perfected. You understand? Walking I said Israelite, hey Shalom. Yabashin Shabrakata. The water for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. You know, you have to be perfected just like gold has to be perfected. You have to be put through the fire, through the adversity. You see, let's keep reading. An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. That's the fire. Just like it says a man is going to be worth more than gold. That's the fire that will make you acceptable. The adversity. You never abandoning the fight. Whatever adversity or time of trouble you go through, you never abandon the fight. You lean on the brotherhood. You understand? The Most High will always be with you as long as you don't give up and, I don't know, become a drug dealer again. Then you don't give up and become a stripper. You understand? In all this time of adversity, what did we read earlier? How does that correlate with the topic of the class? Because we read earlier that what? Let's bring it back up. Proverbs 17 and 17. Proverbs 17 and 17, one moment. That a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born in adversity. You got to lean on the brotherhood. I don't know. Listen, there's nothing, literally nothing, you know, that you're going through that nobody ever went through before. The manifest the loss of a loved one, which is horrible, a horrible thing to deal with. Guess what? Call a brother. You might just need to talk to someone. You know, it's that simple. You understand? Brotherhood is, again, I'm going to say this probably for the next couple classes. Brotherhood is going to be crucial in these last days that we're in. Whether it's when the famine hits, listen, the world is going to war. World war, race war, civil war. It's about to hit the fan probably tomorrow. Who knows? In a week, in a month. It doesn't matter if it's in 2 years from now. If you don't know how to love one another, if you don't know how to treat one another, if you don't know how to be a brother or a sister, it's going to be bad for you, for everybody around you, because it's not, don't make it about you. Make it about others. How can I be a better brother to my brothers, to my sisters? How can I be there in their time of adversity? If you want to think about you, think about how can you make yourself better to help them. There's only one way. It's only one way. And you should know already, because we've been telling you that since 1969. There's only one way. It's to come to class. Because you don't know what it is to be a brother outside the I.S.U.P.K. You know how I know? Because you tried. You tried to be brothers with the Bloods, the Crips. Listen, I'm in the city of Montreal right now. The Bloods and the Crips is mainly Haitians who are killing each other over nonsense. Look at the Haitian flag. It's both red and blue. Imagine that. Where you're going to be, you're going to kill each other from which island you come from. You know, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, St. Vincent. Y'all are all, listen, to the white man, you're all Jamaicans. I'm telling you that. Listen, I'm not even from an English-speaking island. They think I'm Jamaican too. You're going to start killing each other for what? Because soca is better than dancehall? Or Trinidad is better than the new trap dancehall from Skellybang and Skang and them, or what? Y'all be surprised to know. I mean, I'm not, but y'all be surprised to know that really the white man is the reason Vibes Cartel and Movado were fighting, because he the one who created the conditions that were in for us to fight against one another. You're not going to learn how to love one another outside the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. It don't matter what as a matter of fact, I got some money for you. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You know, well, because you have someone that whenever you're stressed, he brings you a cigarette. He don't love you because he gives you something that on the package says smoking kills. He's bringing you death, and because it relieves you when you think it relieves you, really. They already put multiple studies out. They put more addictive chemicals in cigarettes to make sure you don't get off of cigarettes. They know it kills. They make it more and more addictive by the year. You know, it's a false sense of relief that you got in your head because really your lungs are telling you otherwise, and you think, yeah, that person loves me. He's a brother because I'm stressed and he brought me a cigarette. No. Or you came out of jail and your brother brought you to a whorehouse. Yeah, he don't love you. He don't. And that sister that she's speaking in your ear, yeah, you should leave that man. He ain't shit. She's single, or she wants the man and don't want to share it with you. She don't love you. What is love? Love is following the commandments. That brother would never bring you a cigarette. You know, no woman ever would tell her friends, listen, leave your man because, well, I don't know. You know, he's a drug addict. You know, or whatever reason. Listen, help the man get off the drugs. I said, leave him because he ain't got a job. It was not an issue to be with him when he didn't have a job. Now you want to leave him because he ain't got a job or he lost his job. Help him get a job. You understand? The point is, you really don't know what love is, and you don't know what it is to be a brother outside the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. You don't. Because in your worst times, again, a brother is born in adversity. In your worst time, that's when you will see who's your brother, who's your sister. You understand? And really, we're in a bad climate right now, but worse times are to come. You think it's bad now? Well, hey, you haven't seen nothing yet. You understand? Nothing. It's a lock you. Let's go to again, I would say Job chapter 2 verse 9, right? Job chapter 2 verse 9. Job was in a bad spot and he never wavered. Satan say, yo, let me go test Job to see if he's actually gonna keep listening to you, God. Because Satan works for God. Don't listen to the church. Satan is God's adversary. You know, Satan is against God. Satan fights with God. Satan works for God. You know, we're gonna do a whole breakdown. When the Most High asked him, what are you doing? He said, I came back to and fro the earth. Like, you know, that's my job. Satan is that's his job. He's doing his job. You know, you do yours, which is to keep fighting. To not, you know, how can I say, to not fall for these traps that Satan is laying out for you. To not fall to temptation, because Satan will be there for you regardless. When you're in a bad spot, he'll make sure, listen, you're in a bad spot, I got the solution. Really, he doesn't. He'll make you believe he does. The Most High has a solution. Follow the statutes and laws and commandments. That's it. And he will always be there for you. And for people, Salakia, or people who are told by other people, listen, you keep saying, yo, I'm in a school, I follow the commandments, you know, what or whatnot. You understand? But you're in a bad spot. Listen, sometimes it's just a test to see how you're going to react. And guess what? Some people are going to tell you, oh, listen, you need to leave the school. You need to, I don't know. You need to marry. You need to marry a white woman. You need to go to the army. You know, whatever people tell you you need to do, don't listen to them. Do like Job. Do like Job. We're gonna see what the situation of Job. Right, Job 2:9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain that integrity? Listen, Job had scabies or scabs, however they call it. Job lost his children. Job lost everything. His wife's like, yo, listen, you still believe in God that he's going to protect you? She said, curse God and die. He says, leave the Most High, leave your so-called God alone. He's not there to help you. He's not helping you right now. You're miserable and he's nowhere to be seen. A lot of people are going to tell you that. Satan's going to use a lot of people like he used Job's wife, like, yeah, leave God. Let's see what Job said. Verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. He said, you're dumb. He said, are you stupid? Because I have nothing to eat. The only thing I see is a swine. I'm going to kill it and eat it. Are you dumb? That's what Job told his woman. He said, shut up. You're stupid. You're an idiot. You speak like an idiot. That's what Job told his wife. He's like, well, damn. I can't say the way I speak usually, you know, but he called her an idiot. She said, yo, listen, don't go to the Passover. It's too far. A lot of you are going to say, well, I don't have the money to go to the Passover. It's too far. I'm broke. I got bills. I can't serve the Lord. Job said, you're a dumb woman. You really are an idiot. That's what Job told his wife. Imagine for all of y'all that are going to look for excuses. I can't serve the Lord because I'm broke. I can't be in the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. My family gonna say that I'm in the cult. My job, I can't go to camp because my wife won't let me. I can't do the work of the Lord because I'm gonna lose my employment. You know, they're gonna say I'm in a hateful organization, or I don't know. People say all types of stuff. I heard it all. You know, I can't be in a school because people are gonna think, oh, I follow the Bible, so I'm a fanatic, I'm a heretic, or I don't know. People, I heard so many things. And you know what I told him? I told him the same thing Job told his wife. You're stupid. Job 2:10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. You're dumb as hell. Why? Because I can't find a job. I gotta go sell drugs again. Are you stupid? That's exactly how you gotta react when someone tells you, yeah, just give up. She told him, yeah, give up on God. Just give up. You're alone. Job was never alone. Job was never alone. Even when he lost everything. Damn, his woman is like, yeah, forget about it. You're alone. She's not even there for him. Imagine that. She said, listen, the Most High is not there. I'm not there. You're not alone. If anybody tells you, yeah, just give up, you're alone. The Lord is not with you. You have no brothers. Tell him you must be stupid. Just do the same thing Job said. Shut up. You're dumb. And that's it. And leave them alone. Because clearly these people don't love you, just like Job's women didn't love him. For you to be dumb enough to say, just give up on God. Why? Because it hasn't rained in 3 days, you're thirsty, you know. Or I don't know, whatever situation you're in. You lost a job, you can't find a job, now you're gonna go back sell drugs because your woman told you, yeah, go back and sell drugs. You're dumb. That's it. Tell that person they're dumb. Just like Job's woman was dumb when she told him, yeah, curse God and die. You understand? So like, yeah. Let me go into 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 real quick for time's sake. You know, there's nothing that we go through that so like that nobody ever went through before. You know. And go that. Then we'll get we'll go back in Ecclesiasticus, get a few more precepts for time's sake. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There had no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. There's nothing that you're going to go through that nobody went through before. Nothing. If not worse. Again, Moses had to go to see Pharaoh and be like, listen, let my people go. And he said, listen, Moses relayed the message to someone to say, yeah, you tell Trump that. You tell Trump, I said that God said, let the people go. Imagine that. You know, just remember that. You're not in an unknown darkness. There is a light at the end. There is a light right next to you. It's a brother or a sister. Brotherhood is right there. You're not alone in your fight. You're not. Don't, and you know, that individualite mentality, we adopted that from our oppressor. Make it seem like it's all about you. Well, Israelite culture is all about selflessness. It's all about selflessness. You understand? We already made a class about that. How to be righteously selfless and selfish. Yeah, because being righteously selfish, you're going to care about your people and your people only. Being righteously selfless, you're about your people, but your people only. You're going to put them above you. You're going to put them above anyone else. You understand? Let's keep reading. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. The Most High is not going to give you a fight. He knows you can't win. What's the point? You know, not going to throw you in an arena full of lions or hyenas. You know, I don't want to do that to the Lion of Judah, Salakia. Not going to throw you in a pit full of hyenas, knowing you're going to get devoured alive with no escape. No, he's the God of the living. He wants you to live. Just wants you to never give up, regardless of what you're going through. Regardless. You understand? He's not giving you something that you can't overcome. You lost a job. Well, there's 1,000 more jobs. And he knows you're gonna get one. You know. You're not worried about that. Just keep fighting until the end. What is it? Matthew 24 and 13. Endure until the end. He that endure till the end shall be saved. Don't think, real quick, right? Don't think just because you wake up to being an Israelite, oh, you're saved. You know. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. All right, let's go to Matthew's. I don't know what. Listen, this is real some nigga talk. I say Matthew's. It's Matthew. Sometimes I say Revelations. It's Revelation. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. Christ said this, but he that shall endure till the end, unto the end, the same shall be saved. Listen, don't think because you wake up as an Israelite, you're saved. Oh, I'm automatically. You know what? I'm in my 90 days. I became trooper. I'm saved. I became an officer 50, 500. I go up the ranks. I'm automatically saved. No. Christ said, he that endures till the end, the same shall be saved. You understand? Let's get back to Corinthians, right? The Most High will not give you a fight that you can't win. He will not. You know, let's keep reading. But will with the temptation also make a way to escape. Like, you see how you think he plunged you into darkness? He didn't plunge you into darkness with no flashlight. He didn't. Listen, the Most High will test you, you know, for lack of better words, but he'll plunge you into darkness. Well, he'll give you a flashlight and the batteries, you know, and a map to the exit. That map is the commandments. That map is the Bible. That flashlight in the darkness is your brothers. You know, that's it. He's going to give you a guide that will hold you by the hand with his flashlight as well and his map. That's the way to escape the temptation. He will never give you a problem with no solution, ever. He will never give you a problem you cannot solve, ever. So don't stress. Don't stress like it's a math test. Even then, you had the answers. You just don't study. The answers is the Bible. It's brotherhood, sisterhood. That's the answer. You're not alone. You're not alone in the fight. You know what? If you had made that one phone call, probably someone would have told you, you know what? I was in the same situation. Or they're not going to tell you, but they know they were in the same situation. And they're going to give you that. This is what to do. That's it. Just lean on your brothers. Lean on your sisters. There's nothing that nobody ever went through. Nothing. From our forefathers to all the men above us, you understand? Nothing that nobody ever went through. Let's keep reading. Let's finish the verse. That you may be able to bear it. You're going to be able to walk in the dark. Why? Because you were provided a light. You were provided a map. So you don't have to worry in your darkest times. Why? Because not only do you have the light, but you have the map to guide you. You have brothers to rely on. That map and that light is your brothers and sisters to rely on that the Most High gave you. That's really it. You don't have to stress. Why? Because you have your husband. You don't have a husband, also. You have your camp leader. You know, you don't have to stress. Listen, brothers lose jobs all the time, especially Black, Latino, and Native men lose jobs all the time. And guess who they have right by them? A virtuous woman. That's who they have. You have a woman that'll make sure, listen, you won't have to worry. Like, what's his name? The brother Tobit. Tobit got blinded. Tobit was blind. Yeah, this man couldn't work, you know. His wife went to work. And he was such a fervent man in when I mean, damn, I lost my train of thought. He was such a loyal man to the Lord, right? He's a man of the Lord. Even in his darkest times, he kept following the Lord, and he was known for that. The people, I forgot exactly, right? The people just gave his wife, what is it, a sheep or a goat or lamb? I think a lamb. They gave his wife a lamb. Tobit was such a man of the Lord that he knew he was broke. He knew his wife didn't make that much money. He's like, we can't afford the lamb. Where did you get this from? Go, I don't know how you got this, but nah, he was damn near overly righteous. He said, go put that back. He said, nah, listen, they give this to me because they see our situation. You're a good man. You have a good reputation. You follow the Lord. So we were given a lamb just because. It's like, wow, Most High in Christ. You know. But he was not alone. The Most High was with him. His wife was there. You know. Until, I don't remember if he got his sight back. Because don't quote me on that. We'll have to go back on it. Now, let's go to Proverbs 31 real quick. Proverbs 31. Is that verse 10? Proverbs chapter 31. Verse 10 says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. I don't know if people know, but rubies are expensive. Rubies are expensive. And who can find a virtuous woman? She's that rare. Listen, you're gonna find most of the women in the world. All these women talk about, well, not all, but you know, a vast majority talking about, well, if he ain't making such and such figures, I can't be with him. If he loses, good night. Just what's her name? Alicia Curry, Keisha Curry. What's Stephen Curry's wife name? You know, if he wasn't a ball player, she would not be with him. She don't even want to be with him, even if he's a ball player. Imagine that. Let Steph Curry lose his career and see what happens. I'm not wishing ill on the brother. I'm just saying, if he were to lose his career, you know what would happen? She's gone. That's what would happen. She'll be gone. Focus on whatever career she claims she was not able to focus on. She'd be gone. That's what would happen. You know. Salakia. Who can find a virtuous woman for a price is far above rubies? Meaning she's priceless. Is that rare to have a virtuous woman that listen, you're in your darkest time, you know what she does? Verse 11. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. A lot of these sisters talking about, yo, listen, you need to go sell, get that bag, however you get the bag. Some sisters will try to push you to live a criminal lifestyle, you know, to make you believe like now that you got the money, you got the honey. No. You lose your job, she might pick up the slack until you get a new one. And even if you got a new one, she's like, yo, listen, I'm gonna put the money aside so we could buy a property or do something. You understand? But I got you. She will be right next to you. She will let you know you're not alone. I got you. Just like Tobit's wife, you know, let him know, yeah, you're not alone. I got you. And really, if you follow the commandments, listen, the Most High will be with you regardless. Matter of fact, you think you're alone, the Most High will be with you, and he will make sure you get one, if not more than one virtuous woman. That you have no need of spoil. You don't feel like you need to rob nobody. You don't feel like you need to sell drugs. Why? Because they got your back. The Most High made sure, yo, listen, here's a virtuous woman. You don't have to do nothing but do the work of the Lord. Now go in the streets and teach. Teach class every day. Go to camp. You understand? Go raise up the 12 tribes throughout the 4 corners of the earth. That's why he'll make sure you can do. You know, you don't have to worry about anything when the Most High is with you. You don't. You just have to enjoy it till the end. Never let go. Never give up. Be like Job. Someone tells you, listen, no, it's not worth it. You're gonna lose. You lost your job because you're in a cult. You know, you lost your kids because you're in the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. Your family don't want to see you around. They think you're crazy. Tell them, shut your mouth. You're stupid. You're an idiot. You're dunce. Just tell him the same thing Job told his wife. You speak like you don't have brain matter in between your ears. Just tell him that. Tell him that in your cranium, right? It seemed like there is a void. Just do the same thing Job told his wife. There is a void in the space between your ears. That's it. Just do that. Marvel at their stupidity. Be like, wow, I could not believe that level of stupidity was obtainable. Well, I was wrong. Just do that. Sarcasm or not, it don't matter how you say it. Just let them know, I will never give up on the Most High. Never. You understand? There is not one thing that the Most High will give me that I can't overcome. And embrace adversity, because you know adversity is just for a short time, right? You're not going to be broke forever. You're going to find a job. The bills are going to be paid. Then they're going to be gone. They're going to be back. You're going to make money. They're going to be paid. It's not forever. You understand? Listen, Solomon told you, the only thing that matters is following the Most High. No matter how rich you are, no matter how broke you are, no matter you have one woman, you have 10 women, you have one child, you have 100,000 children, to a point where you damn near make your own tribe. Who knows? You know, the point is just keep following the Lord. That's the only thing that matters. Nothing else. The Most High will always provide. Matter of fact, let's go to Ecclesiasticus real quick and then go to Matthews, right? As we said we were going to do. Ecclesiasticus 11:27 says, the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure. You think you got bad days and they're going to last forever? You got a Proverbs 31 woman right next to you telling you, yo, listen, I got you. I'll make sure, you know, everything runs smooth until you get back on your feet, or I'll make you get back on your feet. You out here telling, yo, my life is over. I ain't got a job no more. My life is over. My woman left me. My life is over. My kids hate me. Guess what? If you were not in the school, your kids would still hate you. If you were not in the school, your wife was already not your wife. You know, I'm not even telling you anything new. You know, if you are not following God, you'll be even more miserable. Just know this. The affliction is just for a minute. Not because you have bad days. That means that good days are not, you know, following up. What did it say? I forget how you say it in English. In French, say le beau temps après la pluie. You know, the good time after the rain. Or when the sky clears. I forgot how you say it in English. The point is, the bad time is not forever. You understand? But at the same time, how can you say it? Just like, don't forget about the good times, meaning, don't think that the bad situation you're in is forever. You're going to get yourself out of it. You know, you're going to dig yourself out of the hole that you're in. You're going to come out of the darkness. But don't think the darkness cannot come back just because you're in the light. The most time I just be like, yeah, you know what? I raised him back up. He's tough. So what can another battle do to him? He might bring you another battle. It don't matter how it don't have to be financial battle, right? Everything is spiritual. It don't have to be you losing your job. It could be you losing a close friend. It don't even have to be a loss. It's just something that's going to come and challenge your spirit. Something that's going to challenge your faith in the Lord to see, are you just going to give up? You know, are you going to make haste in your time of trouble? Whatever you're going to go through, something that makes you feel like you're alone, that damn, nobody else is going through this. I'm alone. I have to find a solution. No, you're not alone. Again, you're not alone. You have brothers. You understand? There's a whole nation we could rely on. Let's keep reading real quick. And in his hand, his deeds shall be discovered, right? Listen, don't forget, just like you have good days, do not forget about the bad days that could come back. The same way you have bad days, the good days will come back tomorrow. Unless you start smoking cigarettes again. Now you have cancer. You make the bad days worse. You know, that's really it. You understand? So like for putting it like this, but damn, you know. Then go to Matthew chapter 6. Before we go to Matthew's, for time's sake, I'm gonna get 2-3 more verses. I'm gonna end the class. 1 Thessalonians 5, real quick. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 11. This is brotherhood right here. Wherefore comfort. How do we pronounce that stupid English word? The white man is a devil with a devil language. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 11. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. You're going to be there for one another. As a matter of fact, Psalms chapter 133 and 1 says that it is a good thing for brothers to be dwelling in unity. And we get to comfort yourselves, Salakia. Be there for one another. You're not alone. That's the point of the class. Whatever we're going through, we're always going to be there for each other. Whether it's for food, whether it's just, listen, just counsel. Just counsel. You know, call in for everything, anything, all things, even nothing at all. But be there for one another. You understand? Verse 12. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, even know, okay, you know how to deal with brothers because, you know, how can you say it? You're gonna know how to deal with one another. You be around someone for so long, especially, again, brotherhood and sisterhood is not just between brothers and sisters, right? Brotherhood and sisterhood is between husband and wife as well. You're with each other for so long that you know what something's wrong, how to address it, when to address it. Salakia, you know how to go about helping the other. You understand? You know, damn, you're gonna be together for life anyways. You better know or get to know. Shit, that's like it. Damn. You understand? Know those who labor among you. Know those who are around you all the time. You know. Listen, one brother sometime, maybe you might go and he's going through something. Yeah, no, he's not alone. Maybe what he needs is probably have a drink with a brother. Damn, that brother is battling demons where he can't drink. Not because it's unlawful, but maybe that's one of the demons he's battling. So you're gonna have to know the brother. Well, I'm gonna deal with this brother. I'm not gonna offer him a drink. You know, the counsel I'm gonna offer him is gonna be different to just having a drink with a brother, right? Maybe I'm just gonna go out. Maybe listen. Maybe I'm gonna go take him fishing. You know, so on and so forth. It's really subjective to the person, to the brother or the sister, right? And that's the point. You understand? If you don't know, well, you're gonna get to know. You better get to know. Don't just be ignorant that, yeah, I don't want to give a damn. Don't be like, I don't want to give a damn about nobody. That's unbrotherly. Our culture is selflessness. You know, nobody is alone. You understand? Let's go to real quick for time's sake. Matthew 26. 26. Matthew chapter 6, verse about to end the class. Click on the sign in and sign out link in the chat, Babu Shop. If y'all want to be in the school, do your 90 days, get your Hebrew name and the benefits that comes with being in the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Right. Let me get what is it? Matthew chapter chapter 6, verse 27, which I brought up earlier. This is what's going to happen if you stress, right? Because you're in a tough situation, you think you're alone, you're stressing, and you're sweating bullets that you're losing like 10 pounds a minute. Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? You're gonna stress. It don't matter how much you stress. You're not gonna grow taller. Your problems are not gonna go away. That's the point. You know. You think you can win the fight. You're stressing how to win the fight, or whatever the case is. You know, it don't matter. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna help you. You're gonna lose like what, 10 pounds a minute. You're gonna end up skin and bones, nothing but stress. Out of sweating, just stress out. That's all that's gonna happen is nothing. You're not gonna fix anything by stressing out. You know, the Lord knows what you need. The Lord knows. Let's jump down to verse 32. For all these things do the Gentiles seek. All these things, we already ran through the chapter. Probably going to do another class about that. We already did a previous class, right? All these things are irrelevant. Solomon talked about this. You can have as much food as you want. You can have, you know, you can ask for anything or want anything. The Lord knows what you need. You need food. He makes sure the birds eat. The birds don't do nothing but be birds. They do what they're supposed to do. The lily, which is the Most High favorite flower, do nothing but look good. The Most High makes sure the lily is watered by the rain. It gets the sun it needs to grow. You know, that's photosynthesis, right? And it gets the insects to pollinate the flowers and spread the pollen, so there's more lilies growing. The Most High is taking care of everything He's supposed to take care of, and everything is just doing what they're supposed to do. What are you supposed to do? Solomon said, all you need to do is follow the commandments. And God told you this: for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. The Most High knows you need shelter. He knows you need food. He knows you need a drink. He knows what you need. He knows you might need a rib or two, if not 5 or 10. He knows, you know, you need brothers in your zone. The Most High knows. The Most High is not ignorant. He provides. That's when you say God provides us. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24 on down to the last verse, to let you know that you can't serve God in money. You're gonna serve money. You're gonna serve one or the other, not the two. And whatever you think that you need, that you want, that you're asking for, God knows exactly what you need, and He will provide it. All He asks you to do is just to obey. Verse 33. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. How you're righteous is by following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how. How to not be left alone? By following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how. And all these things shall be added unto you. That's it. All these things that you need will be given. Don't have to worry about it. You're gonna stress about things that are irrelevant to stress about. Maybe in the moment, like, yo, damn, you know what? Sit down, think for a second. You're gonna realize, what am I stressing about? I got this. I got this. A lot of y'all are stressing about something so stupid, so irrelevant. Not to make light of what you're stressing of, but when you really sit down and you think of it, you're like, well, damn, I was really stressing for no goddamn reason. Really, it's just Satan in your head. They're like, yeah, do this and do that. You're never gonna make it. She will leave you, or what not. You know, yo, again, I can't tell her I have another wife. She will leave me. Just tell her you have another wife. She probably don't even give a damn. She probably wants you to have 3 more. You know, The point is, don't stress. The Most High know exactly what you need. All you need to do is just follow the commandments. Everything will fall into place. That's really it. Go to verse 34. Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow. Yeah. See, that's the problem. A lot of y'all say, "Oh, listen, I don't know how to pay my bills next week or whatnot," you know, or some dumb thing. What people think about, you know. The point is, you have enough for today. That's the point of this verse right here. You have enough for today to stress about what's going to happen 2 months from now. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. You have enough stress for today to start thinking about tomorrow. Listen, you know what you need to stress about? Stress about coming to class. Don't stress about paying your bills in the month. You're going to stress about paying your bills in a month. You're going to make the money pay your bills if you make it. Lord allow you to. Then you're going to have more bills to pay. You're going to start stressing again the next day because you realize you have more bills. Everybody has bills. You need to focus on coming to class. That's what you stress on. How can I come to class? It will tell you how. You can't come to class physically. Well, there's classes online all the time. That's it. Stress about how to make it to the kingdom. Stress about that. And we'll tell you, you don't have to stress. You just have to come to class. Like, you're going to understand that we make things more complicated than they really are. At the end, again, let me bring that last verse, right? To show you that this is really the only thing that matters, like I repeated multiple times, time after time, class after class, right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and then we're going to end the class right here. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. This is what you need to stress about. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Nothing else matters. You're going to stress about the dumbest things in life and still eat pork. You're going to stress about the dumbest things in life, talking about, I need to go to the gym. I need to run more and smoke cigarettes every day. How about you stress about stop smoking cigarettes? Come to class. That's what you need to do. And that's the only thing that matters. You understand? To fear God, which is to follow the commandments. This is the only thing that we have to do. This is our duty. And by doing that, the Most High will show you really not alone in your fight. You're really not. You're not alone in your fight. The Most High will be there to help you fight your fight. He will provide brothers to help you fight your fight. You know, sisters, you will get a man. The Most High will bring you that husband. Brothers, the Most High will bring you that wife or those wives. The only thing that matters is don't stress about dumb shit. So like, don't stress about stupid things. Just fear God and follow the commandments. Nothing else matters. The Most High knows what you need. He will provide it. You know, pray for the strength. Matter of fact, when we pray for the Most High is what? It's Psalms 121. The whole Psalms 121, the Most High says he protects you. You know, God is thy shade upon thy right hand. Yeah, I forgot to go over that. I'm probably going to bring it out next class, right? From whence cometh my help? From Yahweh. Our prayer, Psalms 121, lets you know the Most High will be there to help you. Just like he was there to help Moses. And he told Moses, lean on your brother. Brotherhood is crucial in these last days. You're going to understand that the easy way, you know, by coming to class, or the hard way by going to adversity and realizing, well, damn, all I had to do is lean on brotherhood. You know. With that said, I'm going to end the class right here. Y'all tune into General Mahaiman's scripture breakdown on One West online classes live on YouTube and Facebook. Tune in. We're going to be live right now. We're going to end the class. Next week, we'll have the class in French, the Brotherhood class in French. Tomorrow, we'll have the last one, Kodash classes in English. You understand? Again, like, share, subscribe, pay your tithes, stress yourself to the Passover if you need to stress about something, right? You know, make sure you pay your tithes, like, share, subscribe, all these channels. You know, we'll be live as well this Saturday with Officer 1000 Adiyar for a French scripture breakdown, as well as our weekly podcast, One West Ground Zero. We're trying to stream to the new channel. You all go subscribe right now to One West Ground Zero. You understand? On YouTube. With that said, Israel, I say shalom. As a matter of fact, I forgot to get the security announcements. Good night. The I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10 means tenth in the Hebrew ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you'd like. Upcoming holy convocation. We just closed the Feast of Tabernacles. The next holy convocation will be the Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days, which falls on Sunday, December the 14th, for 8 days. You can read more about it in the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. Reminder to all Akiam and Aquathian to check the bulletin board in the hallway of their school to have a physical location. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, so we'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. Menavishal Amajam, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Menavishal Majam Shabbat. Amajam. Barak. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Brakatham. Meaning Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless y'all. Yad Yamata, which means hands down. Sar, which means to turn. Turn their face to sisters. We'll give them a courtesy salute as well. Menavishal Amajam Shabbat. Amajam. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Bahashem Yahweh Shai. In Yahweh, watch over y'all in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yajamata, class dismissed.
Yeah. One West. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy, for have it. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have a 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want to see na fi we on. You know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth use brilliance, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man pillion. The bad boy, true me say don't rush me, a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky with. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. But they tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. The ghetto youth, them a fuck up the road and tough up the code dust, no go below. See double 9 man a shuffle the board. And if you no know then, you no fi know. Matic in a waist, we no go lucky mode. This one West boy, get up your load. Who no know when, me no shoes and me no food and no clothes. We no do the posing, we no export. Us a wait for the right time for we explode. Hustle man a hustle charge, you we make do. And we can't wait for the next show. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot dry. Come and tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy. Millions, house and cars and bike. I got the pussy them don't want see we have a 1,000 tall up rifle. I got them want to see na fi we on. You know give we food fi we yam. And when the youth get original, fuck up the road like Gideon. You start call man criminal. In killer them a search with them heaven on earth. Man a fi a fight with the devil from birth. Poverty a time for your Lego man shirt. Your man a fi stay blessed all when the land curse. All when the land curse. I know the GLE, them want see we in a one earth. The bad boy, true me said don't rush me a bad fly. And true me no got church, me no baptize. Don't tell me no heaven in a that sky with. Some people live the good life. Them and them steak and mummy pot joy. But they tell me I gotta die for happy. No joy for the black boy.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone